Hi, I'm Eric. This is my wife, Hannah. We own a gym called Urban Fitness Kickboxing in Memphis, Tennessee, and we wanted to make a quick video on benefits to fitness kickboxing. We do have a cheat sheet. We wrote a bunch down on a whiteboard behind us that you cannot see, but we just kind of want to talk about just what we find as being super beneficial of kickboxing. And if you're in Memphis, we'd love for you to come check out our place. There's lots of great places to do fitness kickboxing. But just in general, no matter where you are, it's really growing. And after we get through probably a bunch of the reasons we think it's awesome, you'll see why it's growing so much. But for the most part, you'll be able to find one in your city. Even a bunch of YMCAs are doing it now. But yeah, so the number one bullet point and the number 50th bullet point is fun. I would say that's the first thing. It's fun. Your first fitness kickboxing class, she'd already been training Muay Thai kickboxing, how to fight and stuff. But her first fitness kickboxing class, what was your experience?
It was totally different, just in the aspect of, again, how fun it was. I mean, it's all based upon you do your whole workout with music behind you, and it's a different way to get your cardio in without just standing on an elliptical, standing on a treadmill, listening to music in your headphones, staring at a TV, staring at a wall. It helps you get more engaged in it instead of just going through the mundane, just kind of moving your legs, trying to do the workout. That's what I thought was fun. So
yeah, most definitely super fun. You can burn tons of calories. We have people that have burned around 800. We've seen it. We haven't seen it here in our gym. Just because the tracking is very, it's tough to know what's really that accurate to have correct tracking of calories burned. It's all guesstimations, but we've had anywhere from 800 to 1,000 calories burned in our classes here. I'm sure that wherever you are, wherever you go, you can probably get similar results, but that's a lot. I mean, you'd have to run a really long ways. It's just
trust me, you have to run a lot.
Yeah, because she was training for a marathon, and it counts your calories when you're doing your marathon. So just the amount of miles you have to run to really burn
the same amount for a kickboxing class. It's crazy. Just in a 50-minute class, the amount of calories you can burn compared to 50 minutes of running, it is crazy the amount of difference it is. I would much rather do a fitness kickboxing class for 50 minutes than run for 50 minutes. So
yeah, most definitely. Also, instead of you're burning all these calories, but instead of just running, which is great. I enjoy running. I don't enjoy it as much as I wish I did, because I still do think, even though I'm here and I run this gym and I think fitness kickboxing is awesome, I don't think there's really a supplement to running. I think running should definitely be part of your fitness, but for some people it's just not a reality. They're not able to run, maybe due to injury or due to just arthritis in their knees or things like that, and just running just isn't really part of it. And we'll get into that a little bit later too.
But also, you don't want to have the same workout every single day. You want to be able to mix it up and to be able to, say, run a couple of days out of the week if you're a runner, but then mix in some cardio kickboxing. It's a great way to kind of change it up and not let your body just get used to the same thing over and over again. So
yeah, supplementing your training is great physically, but it's also just great mentally.
Yes, definitely.
You're just not doing the same thing over and over and over again. Which for us, and some kickboxing gyms are different. We've got lots of different instructors, and every instructor is a little bit different in how they run a class. They all have to follow basic guidelines on how the class should be run. But here, all of our instructors are very seasoned. They've trained with me doing kickboxing for a significant period of time, so they're not just went off for a weekend and got a certification and can teach kickboxing. And there's lots of great places out there that are just like us. I mean, they really focus on their employees and making sure that their employees know what they're doing, and how to put together a fun class that's interactive but at the same time super beneficial. But that's kind of the next part on our thing is our classes are instructor led. So every class you've got somebody telling you exactly what to do, exactly how to do it, and when to do it.
I think for me personally, I am the world's worst at like going to a gym, making up a workout on my own, I will fail every single time. I don't know what to do. I get bored in my workout. It's so much easier when you have someone that's like telling you exactly what to do. You don't have to think about it. You know that, okay, I'm going to get to the gym, I'm going to do class, and then I'm done. I don't have to think about it at all. I'm just going to do what they tell me to do. And I think that helps me a lot because I don't want to think about it. I've thought too much already throughout the day. I just want to go work out. And by having an instructor led, you have them telling you what to do, so you don't have to think about that. But also, it'll help guide you, because if you're kind of messing up on something, at least they're there that they can help teach you. And so you really are learning how to punch and how to kick correctly. So if it comes to a point where you would need to have a little bit of self-defense in case something happened out on the streets, you would have that by just taking a cardio kickboxing class, because you do learn how to correctly punch, you do learn how to correctly kick. So it's cardio kickboxing for your fitness, but also you can get a little bit of self-defense out of it too.
Yeah, and in no way are we saying like that takes the place of a self-defense class. We would never say that. We definitely think that everyone should do some sort of self-defense and be able to prepare themselves. But it's kind of like if you are going to exercise, but you also get to practice skills that are going to help you in a self-defense scenario, that just kind of two birds with one stone kind of thing. So which is awesome. So the instructors are great, but that kind of leads us straight into one of our other points, which is all fitness levels and all experience levels. And all of our instructors know, one, if you've never kickboxed before, they're going to help you. They're going to help you. They're going to teach you how to stand, how to hold your hands, what a jab is, what a cross is, how to parry, just all kinds of fun stuff that we do in fitness kickboxing and terms and things like that. And it can be real overwhelming stepping into a new class, something you've never done. You're afraid you're going to look stupid, which is perfectly normal. Perfectly normal. But here, and I'm sure this is true most places, our instructors are all awesome. I mean, they're very, very patient. They're going to walk you through everything. And what we've experienced, which kind of goes to gym culture, which is another bullet point on ours, is all the other kickboxers in the class, there's people that have been members here for a long time, are super helpful to new people trying out the class. You know, they're, hey, you know, here's how you do this. If the instructor's working with someone else and, you know, you're kind of lost, they jump in there and help. So just that kind of atmosphere, which kind of leads us right into the class atmosphere, is when you're working out by yourself, it can be really tough to motivate yourself to really go the extra mile, to push the extra little bit. But when you have a group of people that are all pushing themselves as hard as they can, and you know, and they're pushing themselves at different levels, because you know, as you can kind of see, everybody's got their own bag, so all the bags aren't hit as hard as each other, all the bags aren't kicked as hard as each other, but they're all kicked with the same emphasis. They're all kicked with the same desire to get the most out of the workout as they can. It's real easy to get into a workout and really do more than you probably thought you could, or go the extra mile that you wouldn't normally push yourself. When you've got a group of people that are all motivated, and they're motivating you, and by you being in the class, you're motivating them. So it's a great atmosphere. Well, for me, like when I'm running, if I'm running especially by myself, it's real easy for me to slack, maybe start jogging a little bit. You know, I really have to, like if I'm running, I've got to be watching my watch, like checking, seeing what my mile pace is, or I will just drop way off. But in a kickboxing class, you can't really do that.
For me, there's, like when I take class, I always try to position myself around somebody that I know will push me. Because if the person next to you is going harder or faster, or doing squats faster than you, you want to catch up with them, you want to beat them. So it kind of helps you push yourself a little bit more, having a group, kind of group atmosphere, group class, to kind of help push you and get you a little bit farther, burn a little bit more calories that way. So.
Yeah, most definitely. And even if you're not able to do a normal squat, or you're not able to do a full sit-up, or you're not able to do a plank from your toes and your elbows, there's ways for us to modify all of these movements. So if, you know, no matter what physical condition you're in, we can still work around that and get you a great workout, which is also what makes a kickboxing class awesome. especially when they have experienced instructors that are able to do that and modify things to where it doesn't matter where you're at, it doesn't matter even if you have injuries. We have a lady who had surgery on her foot, and she was in a big boot, like a ski boot on her foot, and the doctor told her she couldn't run or anything like that, and she said, well, can I stand? And he said, sure, you can stand as much as you want. So she stands, and she just doesn't kick the bag, but she does all the punches. And whenever we throw kicks, she throws body hooks. So, you know, even with injuries, there's ways of working around it, where, like, running, she couldn't do that. You know, she can't run at all right now. So if all she was doing was running for her cardio, then, you know, she would really be kind of out of luck for a while until her foot heals up, which puts you in all kinds of other, you know, bad situations. So being able to stay on top of your fitness even when injury occurs and letting your body be able to recover. But that's the other thing. On here we have, ease on joints. I mean, you're standing on pads. It's a little bit softer on your knees, your ankles, your hips and things like that. And you're kicking pads. Now, don't get me wrong. It is going to be more jarring on your joints than sitting around doing nothing. And it'll be a little bit more jarring than maybe riding a bike. But it's not going to be nearly as much as running, where when you're running, it's, you know, almost all of your body weight is pounding on your knees and your ankles when you're running. And in this class, I mean, we have almost an inch thick of pad that the whole class is taught on. You're kicking pad, you're wearing pads on your fists. We even wrap our hands, and we always suggest if you're going to do a kickboxing class, make sure you're wearing good hand wraps. If you're punching a bag, I know some kickboxing places don't punch the bags and stuff. They do more movement stuff where they're punching and kicking in the air. I really suggest trying to join a class if you can that has bags and stuff. Getting that resistance is huge. For one, it kind of leads us right into our last point, which is relieve stress. I was just talking to one of the members here, and I was asking her, I was like, hey, what is one of your favorite things about fitness kickboxing? And her first response was, it's fun. And I was like, cool, got that one. And her second response was, oh my goodness, it's so nice to come here after a long day of work and just relax and punch and kick something. And she's like, it just relieves all my stress from the day. She's able to go home and sleep better and just really clear her head. So it's awesome that way too. So you're getting to punch and kick something. You know, I just hope they're never picturing my face when they're doing it. You know, they probably are a little bit. Or she probably is at least.
No. I do have one thing to add though. One thing that I'm asked all the time, or really was said all the time when I try to say, hey, you should probably go try kickboxing out, fitness kickboxing, it's fun. They say, I'm too old for this. No, you are not. Trust me. We have all ages here. I think my favorite member, she is 70 years old, and she comes in and punches and kicks these bags as hard as she can, and it is awesome. So don't let that make you fearful of class. I definitely think it's even kind of a little bit better for older people, because that way they can come in and get some cardio, get some movement going. You do not have to punch and kick as hard as the most athletic person here. It is to completely go at your own pace. It is you punch and kick at whatever level is best for you. But you need to be active. It's going to help you live a longer life, and I think fitness kickboxing is a great way to do that. It's a fun way to do that. So do not let age scare you at all.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, please don't. Even if you're young, like all of our fitness kickboxing classes are mainly for adults only. We accept some teenagers, but probably no younger than 15, just because it is an adult level class. But we do offer kids classes, and it's just great to get kids active, get kids learning a skill, making fitness a part of their life in a fun way is, I think, huge as well. So I would say find a fitness kickboxing gym. If you're in Memphis, look us up. We're Urban Fitness Kickboxing. We'd love to have you come by. But there's lots of great fitness kickboxing places all over. It can really change your life. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Have a good day.